So, hello, can you hear me now? Yes, hi. I see everyone in the background. I see some people watching. Thank you all for joining tonight or today. Today's an amazing day, and welcome to this powerful 888 Lionsgate Portal event. Um, Obviously, you know, I'm Bianca, and I'm going to be your host today. And I'm so honored to be here with you, diving into this energy that today's all about. Today is no ordinary day. It's a cosmic opportunity, a day where the universe is aligning to help us to step into our highest potential because we have a lot of stuff happening today energetically. And the saying is, as the soul, so the universe. So, whatever is happening in the universe, there's some stuff happening internally as well. I can see you all in the background hanging out. I see you, Ronique. I see you, Steph. I see you, Rachel, Nancy, Ophelia. I see you all hanging out. We're going to bring you on in just a moment. And I see everyone watching. Thank you all for joining. So, what exactly is the Lion Gate portal? You've probably been hearing it all over social media. You've been hearing me post about it. This portal is activated every year on August 8th. And it's a very special one today because 8 8 and it's 2024, which 2 plus 2 plus 4 is also 8. So it's triple eights. And it's when the earth aligns with the star Sirius, often called our spiritual sun, and or an Orion constellation. In numerology, the number 8 symbolizes abundance, it symbolizes power, it symbolizes infinite flow of energy. And that's what we want to be tapping into today. So today on 8/8, these energies are tripled, offering us extraordinary chances to manifest our deepest desires and align with our soul's purpose. The portal opens during the astrological season of Leo. So that's where the lion comes in, a time of heart centered courage, personal power, and self expression. If you know someone who is a Leo, I mean, you know that they have like a lot to say and they're really courageous and they're really like upfront about it. Like, you cannot, they don't hide anything, they don't hide their emotions. They're really pushy and shovey. They're kind of like in your face kind of energy. And that's what Leo is about. And that's what this portal wants you to be, kind of upfront, courageous, self expression, pushy, really get into that type of energy today. Today, we have the opportunity to harness this energy, to truly step into our power, and to manifest our dreams with intention and confidence. We want to be pushy, we want to be shovey, and we want to be in your face today. So, now I want to invite you all to join me in this powerful group manifestation. There's something incredibly potent about working together as a collective to manifestations. To start off, I'd like to take a moment for you to just think about what you want to manifest. So that's something that's really important, is just knowing what you want to manifest. It was really funny because today I was sitting down and I was visiting my new moon manifestations, because just a few days ago it was a new moon. And I sat down and I wrote my manifestations down. And I drew a picture of a courtyard because when I want to open up a center, and I was envisioning this courtyard with a fountain in the middle. And I was seeing lots of chairs and lounge chairs and everything outside of it. And I saw a juice bar or like a restaurant in the front, and I saw lots of different things happening around it, like an IV center, lots of different activities happening around. And my husband just said, "Hey, let's go out to dinner. Let's go have this new restaurant." And we went to this place, and as we walked in, it had a big courtyard with a fountain in the middle, with a bar and a juice bar area in the front, and lots of people sitting around it in lots of chairs. And I said to him, I said, "I just manifested this." He said, "Yeah, you just showed me a picture exactly like this place." So it was amazing how manifestations are happening instantly, or little breadcrumbs will start to happen to you during this time to get you to know that you're on the right track. My husband was just even talking about my son, and we were talking about like a slit on the eyebrow, and I was like, "Oh no, he's not having that." My husband was like, "Did I just do that?" I was like, "I think you did. You just manifested a guy with a slit on the eyebrow." So it's a great opportunity for us to really dive in together and just take a moment now to really sit down and really Imagine what you want to happen. This could be something in your personal life, in your career, in your health, in your relationship, anything that aligns with your deepest desires. Now, the way that I like to do this is I like to have everyone make a wish list. So you could sit down and you could write a wish list like, I wish for this, I wish for that, I wish for this, I wish for that. And you can make a whole list of how many things you wish for. Now, when you make the wish list, skip two lines after you make each wish. So it's like, I wish for a better paying job, and then skip two lines and write whatever else you wish for. After you write I wish for, underneath it, you're going to write I have a better paying job. And then the next line below is like, thank you for this better paying job. So one is what you wish for, one is you receiving it, and one is you giving gratitude for it. So this is a very powerful way of doing it. You also need to really be aligned with the belief system that this is going to happen. Wise, this could be relationship wise, this could be health wise. Allow yourself to dream big and don't hold back, right? Remember, today is a day of infinite possibilities. So don't hold back when you're dreaming. And I think most of you know already, especially those backstage. And I see all of you coming into the backstage. I can see Denise is there as well. Hello, hello, hello. You all know how powerful you are. You've all seen your manifestations start to happen. You've all seen little glimpses and little sparkles of how powerful you are when you really want to get something and when your energy is flowing right. And you've really had that mindset of working on getting something, how it actually happens for you. So now that you have imagined it or written it down, I want you to, now that you've had your intention set, I want you to close your eyes and I want you to just begin to visualize it, to see it start happening for you, to see it in your mind's eye as if it's already here, as it's already happening. So you just have to take a moment to really close your eyes and really sit and bring that into your reality. If you've ever done a manifesting masterclass with me, you've realized you've known that visualization is very important when it comes to manifesting, because we are basically tricking the universe into believing that you've already received it. So when you trick the universe into believing that you've already received it, what happens is the universe actually has to give it to you because you've sent out the vibration of receiving it already. It must come to you. It is the laws of the universe. You have to imagine, how does it feel? What emotions arise with when you think about it? What does it feel in your reality? Let those feelings wash over you, filling every cell in your body. So you're really believing that you have it. You're really different scenarios. If you've ever done a masterclass, we go into body types and body graphs, so that we can go into more details on if you have to be more detail oriented when you're manifesting, or if you can manifest more on a just a, on a kind of not so detailed scale. Some people can go into detail where it's like, if you're manifesting a better job, you'll have to like walk through the new office, you'll have to see the new people that are working, go into detail with it, while other people can just say, oh, okay, a better job, how does that make me feel? I feel happy, I feel excited. They don't need to go into such detail. For me, I like to go into detail, and I like to revisit details on my each moon's phase. I like to. So we're going to go into now, as you're envisioning it, as you visualize it, as you hold the power of this vision, it's important to recognize that sometimes blockages can arise. Sometimes we have some blocks that come up, whether it's doubts or it's fears or it's limiting beliefs. Some of us would be like, no, it's not possible. No, I can't have this. No, I can't make this amount of money. No, I can't get this new job. No, I can't move into this new place. You're going to have lots of blockages that come up, and we're going to be diving into each one of them tonight with you. So get ready if you want to come live with me. We're going to be diving into any blockages that you might be feeling. Some of us might be coming in to tell us their stories on how their manifestations have unfolded. I know Nancy has a really amazing story that has happened to her this week about her manifestations unfolding. I keep getting goosebumps every time I think about her story. Um, so lots of amazing things that are happening for everyone. Steph is going to come on. Kalasoma is going to come on, and she's going to talk to us a little bit about astrology behind all of this and how the sun and the stars and all of that play a very big impact in our manifestations today, because that's what she comes up. I want you to just acknowledge them because that's very important is to acknowledge it. Hi Reets, hi Patty, how you doing? I'm so glad you guys are on with us. I'm going to bring you all live with us in just a little bit. I'm actually waiting also for Nadine is going to come on with us as well. Yeah, so lots of people are joining us tonight. So blockages are natural. They often come up when we're at the brink of transformation. So normally you start panicking a lot. Fears will come up. Normally that's what the full moon is all about, bringing up all those fears and those limiting beliefs. So I'd like to invite you now to gently explore any of the blockages that you might feel or any of the blockages that might be coming up. You can feel the resistance in your body, what thoughts or emotions are surfacing, what's coming up. I want you to acknowledge it without any judgment. So this is a very judgment-free kind of zone. So there's no judgment. We all have blocks. We all feel limitations. We all have these self-doubts, and that's normal. It's very important as well when we are, if you ever done a session with me, sometimes I will mention to you that when we have these blockages or self-doubts, it's very important to start talking to yourself in parts. So there's a part of me that will feel fearful. There's a part of me because there is a piece of you that does want it, right? So you're writing this down. There's a part of you, a percentage of you that really wants this to happen. And I would say the percentage is a very big percent of you that wants it to happen. So maybe like an 80% of you wants this to happen, or 90% of you wants this manifestation to come true. But then there's that little bit of 10% of self-doubt, and that's a part of you. That's normal. Those things are normal because they're working off of fear, and fear just wants you to be safe. Anytime you have doubt, every time you have fear, every time you have a limitation, it's normally just because it wants you to be safe. And that's like, oh, I can't have this other job because what happens if I leave this job and then all of a sudden I don't get the other job? No, 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 I'm just safer at this job. Oh no, what happens if I tell my landlord I want to move out? You know, it's like you've got to really trust, you got to blindly jump into something. So what happens if it doesn't happen is telling the universe, I don't want it to happen. Right? That's basically what it's saying is what happens if it doesn't happen is telling the universe, I don't want it to happen. So if you don't dive into something 100% into the deep end, I'm not sure if this is going to happen. I don't want it to happen would be the next line the universe hears. So now let's just, when you want to do something like this, you can imagine a very powerful light. You can imagine it coming from divine guidance. And you can imagine this light coming down into you. And wherever the fears or the blockages that you feel, you can imagine this light taking it away. So it's very important to do meditation or hypnosis because the body doesn't know a dream from reality. It doesn't know a lie from the truth. It doesn't know what you're envisioning from what is really happening in real life. So it's very important when you have these doubts or these fears that come up to work on them, to imagine them coming out of you. You can imagine yourself pulling the fears out and you can hold them in your hand and you can blow them away. You can give the fears that candle and light the candle and blow the candle out. You can write the fears all on a piece of paper and burn it. It's very important to write the fears down because they allow the energy to stay inside and circulate over and over and over again. Hi, Krista. I see you popping in. Thanks for joining us. I see you all in the background, and we're all going to be coming on stage in just a moment. So I'm just going through my notes. So I'm going to call up Steph right now. Steph, if you're ready to come on, we can chat in the chat group. If you guys see there is a private chat, and you're more than welcome to chat with me. If you are watching this live, you're more than welcome to chat in the live. So I see Steph on. Steph, I'm going to pull you into the stage right now. Hi. Hold on. Wait, I think you're muted. Let me unmute you.
Is that better?
Yep, gotcha. How are you?
Hey, doing well. Today's a big day, isn't it, for manifestations?
You too. I invited you private to come on to just talk to us really about today's energy and your channeling into everything as well. What's the energy like in your vibe of it?
Right. So today, as you just said, it's 888, and it's the most powerful day to manifest, especially this year. This won't happen again till 2033. So it's a really important day. Um, but yeah, the Egyptians considered this the Galactic New Year. Like you
Amazing.
Yes, where Sirius and Earth and our sun all align in Orion's belt over the Pyramid of Giza, which it kicked off the Egyptians' New Year because that's when the Nile would flood and provide prosperity for their agriculture. But yes, so Leo is in the sun is in the fifth house of Leo, and Leo represents creativity, your inner child, confidence, abundance. And the fifth house represents love. And I'm trying to think of like romance, love, love for yourself, self love. It also governs creativity. So, and then the sun, which is in the fifth house right now, is in its home place of Leo. And that represents your identity, your self esteem, your personal style, and your, like you said earlier, the heart chakra,
Yeah.
which is why I feel it's a really good day to listen to 432 um,
It
vibrations today
hurts.
uh, to kind of set the mood. And I loved your wish method that you had said. I love that. Um, but yeah, that's what's going on right now astrologically. It's a really powerful time to manifest for yourself, to really step into that confidence and anything that you're wanting, any wish that you have right now, to really put that on paper for yourself for the next year. So, but I loved that wish method that you mentioned earlier.
And that I mean, there's a oh, sorry, it's kind of glitching a little bit. There's a lot of stuff happening. Everybody's okay? Everybody can hear me? It's okay? Yeah? Okay, just making sure. Um, yeah, there is a lot happening, and I like the wish list idea because so many people, if you don't say I wish, some people don't believe, like, I wish makes it kind of like a bigger energy, than to just say, oh, I really want this to happen, or I really want this to happen. When you say I wish, it's like maybe something not possible that could possibly happen. So it's a nice way of kind of tweaking it a little bit to make it um, make those wishes come true.
Yeah.
So thanks, Steph.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome.
I didn't, I didn't know that the Egyptians were so big on this as well. I mean, the Egyptians knew a lot of stuff. I mean, we could get into the pyramids and all that stuff, but they knew a lot of things that I feel like the civilization has decreased in their way of using knowledge and ways of using the natural universe to support them. We've kind of decreased on that. We've gone so far in exterior things rather than interior, and the universe and the stars and all of that to support us. We've kind of just gone to TV and news and politics to kind of support us in what's going on in the world instead of really looking at what's happening in the universe and how that's affecting us in our life. And as Steph was saying, that there's a lot of things happening in the universe where there's so much alignment and so much power happening through the different stars that are being aligned today, why everything is so powerful in manifesting and why it's so important and a special day in manifesting today. So that's why it's just important to just take some time to really look into your manifestations, to really write them out, and to really envision them happening. How are they going to happen? What are they going to happen? Whether it's health or wealth, or whether it's your finances or your career or your relationships, it's a really good time to really sit down and think of it with the limitless possibilities. And again, like I mentioned, there are going to be some limiting beliefs that pop up. There's going to be some blockages that we might face because some people can't even imagine the next step. Some people cannot even imagine, what does health look like for me? What does wealth look like for me? They cannot even imagine that. And that could be a blockage. I mean, maybe it's a blockage in your third eye chakra because that kind of works on, seeing into the future, your imagination, being able to imagine things. It's like you're writing a movie or you're writing a book about yourself. All right. So I can see so many people on. I'm going to start bringing everybody on stage. Hi, Ronique, you're up. How are you?
I'm fine.
Very good.
I'm
I know you've been manifesting a lot. We've been following your journey on here for a while now. You were on
oh
vacation, you came back.
oh yes, and yeah, there's a lot of things that we're gonna have to go through, but yeah, it's, it's been very educational. I will say that.
That is what life is about.
Hmm.
And it's funny because I feel like our last few sessions have kind of prepared you for what has been unfolding in your life.
Yeah, yeah.
Like the things we've been talking about in the last few lives together.
Hmm. Yep. It's definitely been a very interesting experience, I will say. But I'm glad that certain things happened the way they did because I never would have realized that I wanted
Them to
certain things
happen.
until I'm being faced with the possibility of it happening. I never realized that I actually wanted it until after the fact. So
So that's sometimes how the universe has to show you how to manifest, right? It has to kind of give you a glimpse of it. And then you kind of say,
mm,
oh, okay, so this is what's going to happen. And then you kind of see yourself going into a whole new path, a new direction, a new everything because of the incidents or the things that happen, that came into play. So that's kind
yeah,
of helps you to manifest. Yeah,
yeah.
that's awesome. So we're going to bring people on, and we are going to play a little game together. So that's what it's all about. We do a little bit of ancestral constellation, and this is going to help us with our manifestations today. And anyone who wants to, let's talk about the rules of the game. So what happens is everyone's going to be able to play. Everyone's either going to be a representative of the client, or my computer keeps loading. And what happens is the client is going to come on and they're going to explain to us what they're trying to manifest. They're going to say, hey, I'm trying to manifest I'm trying to manifest or you don't even have to say something's going on that's not allowing it to happen. You could just say, I'm trying to manifest this. This is my problem. This is my issue. This is what's happening in my life. and just share a little bit with us. And what we're going to do is you get to pick someone to represent different parts of you or different parts of your family dynamic. And they're going to be able to share what they feel. It's not so much about what you think. So the people who are playing the representatives, whether you're playing an emotion, whether you're playing a, yeah, our reception is bad. Yeah, sometimes the reception, it gets very blocked. I'm trying to even look at my reception, what's going on with me. My Wi-Fi as well. I'm resetting. Just resetting my Wi-Fi. So when you are playing a representative, when you're playing a feeling, when you're playing a family member, when you're playing anything, please try to work on how you feel, not what you think. So it's all about how you feel, what's happening in the background, what has been happening in your life, maybe even that day. So it's basically it's how you feel today, how you feel about something. Don't try to think too much about it, because then the ego comes in, and the ego has a lot of doubts and worries and stuff like that that it will bring. All right, so let's get everyone in. Ronique, are you trying to manifest something in particular today?
A whole lot of things. I have a very long list. I have a
Very
very
long
long
list of things. Okay, okay. All
well,
right,
you know,
all right.
I shouldn't say it's a long list. It's a list of 6 things. But but the one thing I think it's really centered around is the love life.
Okay. So it's around love life.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So just to get that on there, just to know. So I'm going to bring someone else in. Rachel, if you could turn on your camera. If not, you can always turn on your mic. Rachel, you're coming in. Hi, Rach. How are you? You can turn your mic on if you. Hi.
Hello. Can you hear me? Okay.
I can hear you. If you want to turn your camera on, that would be great. We don't care. This is a very
Let me see who let me.
casual thing. Nice meet earlier. So, oh, Rachel disconnected. Hold on. I think she's going to reconnect her device. So let's just give her a minute. Awesome. We're going to get everybody going. Hi, Nancy. How are you? You're on.
Hi. You were kind of low there. Can you see me?
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Work on my. I see you. I see you. Good. How are you?
Good, thank you. Here in my craziness that I love.
Yeah. Yeah. That's how it is. And so you've been manifesting and you've been seeing your manifestations come to life. So I love that. I love that. Are you here today to manifest anything in particular, or?
Just adding more power to my manifestations. I think you're frozen. Is everybody frozen?
We're back now to just try to see which one is the best network. Okay, good. So are you manifesting something in particular?
I think just adding power to my current manifestations that I've been manifesting for quite a bit here. And it seems like everything's coming together.
Okay. They all seem to be coming true.
Everything is, yes.
I do want to say that we are in a Mercury in retrograde, so a
Very
lot
good.
of
Awesome.
Oh,
so
yes.
What did you say,
I
Steph?
forgot
I
about
said we
that
are
one.
Mercury is in retrograde right now, and a lot of technical things, difficulty.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
so much tech problems up. So many people have been messaging me like, "Oh, Bianca, there's no more access to your link." I was like, "Listen, Mercury's in retrograde right now. Like, I can't even get it to work. Like, I don't know why it's not working. Even my internet, I have full internet support, and it's just Mercury in retrograde. I'm just gonna blame it on Mercury. I
And
mean, I
also,
literally have a separate Wi-Fi adapter just for this, like a separate one, and it's still bugging out.
I was going to also say, if you're trying to manifest love, today is the day to do it, because this house is in the house of love, the fifth house. The sun is in the fifth house of Leo, and it's 888. Today's the day to do it. And I love how you were saying you want to feel it, because the quantum works, their language is by feeling. So know how you feel. How does it feel in that relationship? Get really like in tune with how you're going to feel, and you can manifest whatever your heart desires. um, that's how I use it. I always show gratitude, and then I imagine what it feels like to have that, and what it smells like, what it sounds like. I go through each the chakras, like I see, I say, I feel, I love, through chakra. But today's the day to do it. It really is. It's kind of like you're a kid and you're writing a letter to Santa or something, where because it's the Leo's the child, right? And so if you're writing a letter, write out your manifestations just like you were a child, how you really do believe you're going to get that gift, all of that inner child. I think you can really do this. I know you can.
Yeah, and I think you've also been putting in a lot of the work behind it. So it's
Yeah.
leading up for today. So I think a lot of the self-love that is very important to have that, because a lot of people don't even know what love is, right? A lot of people don't know what love feels like. A lot of people don't even accept love for themselves. And I think leading up to today, you've really been seeing that.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
so we have Nancy working on the power behind her manifestation. We have Ronique working on love. Steph, are you working on anything? You're here to hold space.
Yeah, I mean, I always am looking to manifest right now. Maybe for us is like buying more property. So that maybe one day we can open a center, healing center. So that's kind of our thing right now. Is we're putting a lot of,
That's the same thing I'm manifesting.
yep. So
Yeah, one of my dreams is to open a healing center.
yeah. And I bet we'll both
You
do
guys,
that.
oh yeah, for sure. That's gonna happen. That's gonna happen. All right, so let's get a few more people on. So Ophelia, I see you're here. I'm gonna add you. Hi, Ophelia. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. I fell yesterday, so I'm kind of hurt
You
from
fell?
yeah, I fell in the house and my knee's hurting me and
Oh,
my ankle, I kind of twisted my ankle. But I'm doing good from the last session we had. Like I feel so much better. I'm like cleaning and doing so many more things than I used to do before.
very good. Very good. That's the important thing. So what can I ask you what you were doing? I'm gonna ask you what, yes, Steph, I know you're gonna have to leave soon. You told me you're just popping on for just a little bit. So Ophelia, what were you doing when you fell?
It was kind of crazy. I was just getting up and I was going to go charge my cell phone. I was going to put it to charge, and I don't know how. I just like, I never felt like that before. It was a big hit. I fell to the floor. I couldn't get up anymore. It seems like my leg locked or something. And I felt my kids came running, Mom, what's wrong? And I was like, oh, I can't get up. I was in so much pain.
That's very strange.
Mm-hmm.
That's very strange because, our body's always speaking to
Okay,
us.
2 steps and there was nothing on the floor.
Yeah, that's very strange. Our body's always trying to speak to us in some way. So even like, when you go to pick up something and you burn yourself, nothing's by accident. It's always happening for a reason. Falls tend to happen because we need to. It's funny because when you fall, it's like it's telling you want to slow down. But you've been very slow.
Yeah.
You haven't been like going so fast. So it's
But
really funny how it wants you to be.
But lately, from our last session, I've been moving. I've been cleaning. I don't stop.
So it's
So
telling you need to slow
it's
down
kind of
again.
like they're trying to stop me again.
Yeah. So we need to find a balance. I mean, you're off balance.
Yeah.
All right. And Ophelia, are you here to manifest anything in particular tonight?
Yes, I want to manifest that my husband and I get along better and we could understand each other better. Yeah. So.
Okay. All right. Awesome.
More love.
Perfect. Yeah. So that's a great one. So I'm going to just going to keep that. It is a great day to work on relationships and love. So that's awesome. Krista, you're coming in. Hi, Krista. How are you? Hi.
Hello. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Not too bad.
How are you feeling?
I woke up really good, but then I ate. So eating it's always interesting.
Yeah. So you're manifesting eating and not having any kind of heavy side effects from it.
Yeah. Yeah, just more of a physical health.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna get you on that as well. Patty, if you're here, I would love to add you on the stage as well. Patty's here. I'm gonna add her in if she wants to put her camera. There she is. Hi.
Hi, I'm just driving, so I'm here, but if I turn off my cam, it's just, because I'm driving. But I'm here and I'm listening and I'm here to participate.
All right. Awesome. Holding space for us. Thank you, Patty. Reitz, if you're here, I'd love to add you on there as well. So Patty has played this game with us before, so she kind of knows how it works as well. So she's there, and I'm sure her driving is perfect for what's happening. Rachel, it says that your device is not connected, so I cannot add you on. So maybe I will remove you, and if you want to come back on again, let's try that again. Usually, if you want to prevent the person from enjoying, you should instead. So Rachel, I'm just going to put you out if you want to try to come in again. All right, so let's get started. Who wants to go first in this game? Oh, Ophelia, you're adding you back on. I see you. If for whatever reason anything is happening, guys, you can always use the chats, the private chat on the side or wherever it is on your phone. You can always add that to use that in. I see some people have turned off their cameras. That's okay. If you need to exit and come in again, you're more than welcome to do that. That's kind of like how it works. I see people watching. If you guys want to go on, you're more than welcome to go on with us.
I
So
got
it's up to you.
disconnected. I don't know if you
Let's
guys
dive
got
in.
disconnected too. It was saying to
Nope,
give a
Ophelia, it was just
feedback.
you. Yeah, that was just you. All right, so Ophelia, I think I want to kind of dive in with you right now. Okay, Rachel's on. Awesome. I want to dive in with you and your husband. So let's go ahead and dive in with that. And normally when we're talking about relationships, we always want to go into the mother side of it because our mom is our first
Probably the
relationship.
same thing happened to Bianca.
Yeah,
You have to
you
disconnect
guys,
and then connect again.
yeah, that happens. So is everybody okay? Everybody can hear? No. Yeah, everybody's good.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes.
So, Ophelia, we're starting with you. We're going to talk about relationships. The first
Yes.
player that we want to
Showing
play with
everybody.
is we want to play with your husband. Do you want to pick someone, Ophelia, to be your husband? Oh, Ophelia's gone again. It's so funny that we're talking about her husband and she disappears again. She doesn't want to play the game. Nelly, I see you're on. I'm going to also add you. So if you do want to put on your camera, you're more than welcome to. That's kind of how their affiliate is back again. Veronique is back again too. So affiliate, we were asking you to pick someone to play your husband. And I don't know, you'll know the person. You don't have to. You can look in the Can you see everybody in the backstage, or you just see everybody on the screen? So you can pick anyone you want to play your husband.
The one in the chair in the it looks like one of those office chairs. She's next to you.
Okay. Is that Krista?
I think I don't know what her name is. She went
Krista,
on.
is that?
She was the first one that went on.
Oh, okay, Ronique. All right, Ronique. So Ophelia is picking you to play her husband. So you're going to be Ophelia's husband, and you just can close your eyes. You can take in the emotions. You can take in.
So the emotion I feel, oh, why do I feel like I'm losing my voice? Suddenly I feel as if like my voice is kind of getting a little bit, you can hear it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's a little bit sore.
Yeah.
It's almost like a hoarse kind of a
Okay. So Ophelia, does your husband not like to talk?
Lately he hasn't been to me. He hasn't been talking to me, but other people, he talks a lot.
Yeah, this is just to you. So we're only talking about this is only you. We only are really caring about you today.
Yes.
Right. This is all about you. So he's not speaking to you. Okay.
Yeah. And so I get the feeling that he might not want to say something. You know, when you try to hold yourself back from saying certain things.
Mm-hmm.
So that is a feeling I get, because when I'm feeling hoarse and I know I don't have a sore throat, so for some reason I have my voice is hoarse right now. So
yeah,
it's strange. I'm telling you. It's more along the lines of him not wanting to say something, or because you might not understand his side, but for everyone else, he can talk. So it might just necessarily be a situation where he might not want to say certain things because he doesn't know how you react or what your opinion would be.
Okay, so you feel that your voice is hoarse right now. It's blocking you from speaking. You have a
Yeah.
block when it comes to communicating. And you feel that it could be the fact that you are unsure about what to say to her. You're
Yeah.
unsure about her reaction to what you're going to say to her.
Hmm. But for
Okay.
everyone else, I can talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's understand what is it that is blocking him from talking to you? Like why is he, like Ophelia, why is he so not wanting to speak to you? Is it because you guys disagree in everything that is said? Because when he speaks, what's the answers that you give him or the energy that comes off?
I don't know. Right now, for some reason, everything bothers him. Like any little thing. Like yesterday, I even told him, like, what is wrong with you? Like, I don't even do anything to you. And I don't even do anything. And you're over here mad. He was like, yeah, because you don't do anything. That's why I'm mad.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. And you do a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you do a lot. So we're talking, what is it that we're actually talking about when he says to you that you don't do anything? Like what is he
Well, I
speaking
don't know.
about?
Like I
So
don't do anything to you. Like, why are you mad? And he was like, yeah, that's why, because you don't do anything. That's why I'm mad. So I'm like, what is he talking about? What, he wants me to fight with him? Or like, I don't understand what he was trying to say.
okay.
So that
So
sounds like
Ronique,
something
as
is
her
bothering him.
husband,
Something is bothering him.
Mm-hmm.
Something is bothering him. And I get the feeling that he doesn't know how to communicate it well. And it's coming across as him being frustrated, but not might not necessarily be with you, but at the situation. So it's more so I get the feeling he just wants a hug. He was just wants gentleness.
he wants love,
Yeah. That's the feeling I'm
affection.
getting. Because when I think of that, when I think of like getting a hug or getting like a warm bowl of soup in I don't know I don't know why I'm associating that with a warm bowl of soup. It's the hoarseness goes.
Hmm.
So I think in this particular situation, he needs gentleness. He needs gentleness and just
And so,
someone
Ophelia,
to
what
just.
happens when you are gentle with him or affectionate with him? What happens?
Well, sometimes he like moves away, or sometimes he's okay. um I don't know. Right now, I don't understand him. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
Like
something is
one
going on
minute
in his
he's
heart.
fine, but then another minute he's not.
Yeah, yeah,
Like yesterday, I
I
told him,
feel that
like,
too.
"What? I fell," and he was like, "Well, you should have been in the hospital already. What are you doing here?" Like, what?
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
But
something is bothering him.
yeah, to me, it seems like, I don't know. There's something in him that doesn't let him, like, it's not releasing him, and he has like a lot of anger inside of him, and he just takes it out on everybody.
Mhm.
Yeah. So there's a part of him that's very angry And that part of him seems like it's a very big percentage of him that's very angry, and it's kind of taking over, because if we were to just release this all, he would just have this perfect life.
Yeah.
Right? He would just have this perfect life. He would just have a wife, he has his kids, he has his home, he has everything. He just has this perfect life, but there's this a very big percentage of him that is kind of in this anger phase. And what I want to do now is I want someone to play the anger. So we're going to ask someone to play this anger, because there's a big percentage of the anger that's there. So if you want to just, oh, everyone's name is on there finally. So if you want to pick a name, because everybody's listening, everybody's there watching, and you could just pick a name, and that person is going to play the anger.
Oh, I can't even see the names. Well, I could only see one person, and there's like a in the background. She has like
Yeah. So Krista is there
Krista.
if you want
Yeah.
her to play. She's the one person that, yeah. So Krista,
Yes.
I want you to play the anger. What are you so angry about, Krista?
I feel stuck. Maybe like he feels. I right away when she started talking to you, I felt irritated. Like there's this big sense of irritation. Like the span, I think, between you and him of actually coming into, like, you guys go through this cycle of where you're okay for a little bit, and then it's so short-lived, and then you go right back into being really irritated, and everything that you do
Yes.
is super irritating towards him.
Yeah. So I want to ask you, Krista, why are you feeling stuck? Why are you feeling irritated? Like, just even if you want to talk, not about, you see, it's when you're channeling, half the time I channel, guys, it's about what's happening in my personal life. Half the time I'd be like, I was doing Ophelia the other day, and I was like, Ophelia, like, I don't know why, like, are you on your hands and knees scrubbing? And she's like, yes. I was like, yeah, because there's my daughter is in front of me, and she's on her hands
Yeah.
and knees, and she's scrubbing the floor. I sent a picture of her, and she's like, yeah, that's me on my hands and knees scrubbing the floor. And I was like,
Yeah.
yes. So a lot of the things when you're channeling, it's going to be happening to you in your personal life. It's going to be, she picked you, Krista, for a reason. So why? And you can just speak from, you're not really speaking from yourself. Yes, you are, because you're part of the collective. So why does her husband feel stuck, Krista? Why is her husband so irritated? Why are you so stuck, Krista? Why are you so irritated? Why are you fed up?
Like, I feel like no matter what I do, it's not enough. Like, I keep thinking, I don't know why I keep thinking about my dad. Maybe it's the same thing, like, where they try for a little bit and you might not notice when he's trying. It's these little things that he's doing, but it actually is him trying. But it's not long enough. Like, I think you're already maybe in a position where you don't feel safe, and he doesn't try long enough in order for you to feel safe again to come back. But in his eyes, he's thinking, well, I did this one thing, or I did this little, like, you didn't notice it and it wasn't enough, and it's like he's just irritated because in his mind he thinks he is trying, but it's so short-lived. It's not enough for you to actually, like, women need to feel safe and calm in order to be in their feminine, and it doesn't give you enough time to come back into that role that he thinks you should be in, and he thinks he's doing enough. So there's some sort of breakdown.
So it's basically, it's not enough gratitude.
No, like
for the small amount, underappreciation, not enough gratitude, not seeing the little things that he's trying to do. I mean, remember when we have gratitude, that's a small seed, it grows into something very big. So it's about really seeing the small things that he's happy with. So Ophelia, maybe you want to tell Krista about the things that, and Krista, you're referring to your dad, you said.
Well, I just started thinking about him when she was talking. I don't know, he came into my mind.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's very important. that it came into your mind. Ophelia, what's the relationship between your husband and his dad?
Not good at all.
Yeah.
They're always fighting. They don't get along good.
Yeah. All right.
He has like a
So we
lot
have
of
Ronique play.
he has like a lot
Go
of
ahead.
recept. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of resentment towards his dad, a lot of hate towards his dad, a lot of anger towards his dad. So
mm-hmm.
yeah, Krista, that's perfect. You were right on when you were talking about the dad and thinking about it. When it pops in your head, when it pops on you, when it pops, the feelings pop on, it's really important. That's great that you expressed that. So we have Ronique playing your husband. We have Krista playing the angry side of your husband, the part of him that is frustrated, feeling stuck, feeling upset. And basically, it's really his relationship with his dad. Right, Krista? That's what you were feeling. So we need to get someone to play the relationship between of your dad, the relationship of your husband's dad. So Nancy's on. So I don't know if you want to pick her, or there's Patty also on. There's Steph that's also on. And Nadia is coming on as well. So you can pick someone, even if you want to call Patty, she'll pop on. If you call Steph, I think she might pop on too. I think Nadia will also pop on as well. But you can pick anyone that you want to play your husband's father.
Okay, Patty.
Okay, Patty. Okay, Patty is first of all not even there, so that
Okay.
really plays the role for Patty. No, that's perfect. It's perfect. Let's see if she pops on. So and Patty said she was driving. She was there. She's coming on. She's busy in the background. She's not even like listening to you when you're talking. So let's see how long it takes Patty to realize that we're calling on her, because we are asking Patty to play your husband's father. So he is not around. So does your husband speak to his father?
They don't. When he barely, sometimes, but barely, because they're always like he. It seems to me like he has a lot of anger from when he was younger towards his
Yeah,
dad.
yeah,
That's
yeah. See, Patty,
but
she completely left.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think she came back on. So that's very funny that oh shoot, that's the stage. Um so did for some reason when he was a child, did his dad ever leave him?
No, I think no. I think he left the house when he was a
Somebody
teenager.
left. Somebody went away.
He,
Okay. So,
or
yeah,
his
because
dad
Patty, she
kicked him
went
out
away.
or something. I'm not exactly sure what happened.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and then I accidentally kicked out Patty a while ago when she tried to come in. I pressed remove by accident. So yeah, so we kind of removed her and trying to put her back in. So like I was saying, we're seeing how long it takes for Patty to realize that we are summoning her to play this role. So Krista, it's really funny that you're wearing that shirt today.
What? The poison?
I like your shirt. I like it.
Thank you.
So Patty is coming off and on. So I think she has some problems maybe with connecting, or she's off and on this, which is very, like I said, there is no coincidences when it comes to playing this game. So Patty is not in the picture anymore. So we are going to, what do I do?
Can we do Nancy? She's on the.
Yeah, let's just ask somebody else to represent her. So Nancy, we're going to ask you, Nancy, to represent. Hi, Nadia. We're going to ask you, Nancy, to represent Ronique. Ronique is Ophelia's husband right now, and we're going to ask Nancy to represent Ronique's dad.
Okay.
How do you feel?
Ronique is whose dad? The husband's dad?
The husband's dad.
Yep. Ophelia's husband's dad, which Ronique is playing the husband. She feels so confused right now, so that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Confused. Confused, misunderstood. Kind of like set aside. I don't know. I feel feelings of kind of like being put to the side.
Okay.
I feel.
Okay, why do you feel like you're being put to the side?
I feel like I'm not. Sometimes I'm not heard. Like I'm not. I feel like if I don't know, so strange. I feel like if I were to say something, like it's not, like people don't hear it. You know, I guess I feel unseen and unheard.
Okay. Okay. Is that coming from a place of lack of respect, or is it coming from a place of lack of authority? Is it coming from, like, where does that feel like it's coming from?
Possibly yes. Lack of respect. Like I guess I feel like sometimes I might not be given my place.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
And
so
your
I feel
place
like,
is the father.
yes. I feel like if I
So you
were to
feel
speak
like,
up or say anything, it would just get dismissed and put to the side.
okay. All right. So in ancestry constellation, it's very important that everybody has their role and everybody has their place. If anyone is feeling out of place, then the whole constellation is out of whack. The energy can't run through the constellation. Very important. It can't flow in, So what we're going to do now is we have to put Nancy back in her place. So Ronique, you're going to tell Nancy that, Nancy, you are my father, and that I see you, and that I respect you, and the things that you say, how valuable they are to her. So you can go ahead and say what comes to your mind, but along that line.
You will always be my father. And despite the differences we might have, I am still glad you are in my life. And I want us to come to a resolution so we both can be at peace.
And you see him and you respect him.
And I see you and I respect you.
Nancy, how does that make you feel?
Emotional. I have no words.
Do you feel good? Do you feel bad? Do you feel confused?
No, I feel good. I feel like maybe that's something I wanted to hear.
Yeah.
Maybe that's something that I wanted to know, you know. We don't always say that. And I guess in this case, it feels good. It feels like, okay, I wanted to hear that.
Okay. Good. Good.
I feel like
And so Krista, you being the angry part of her, how does that make you feel watching that happen?
You do feel a little calmer right now.
Mm-hmm.
But not as I was more, I felt like I was agitated, and then I moved into my room and it was quiet and everything was, I felt like it calmed, everything relaxed.
You feel a little bit more at peace being there?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Ronique, I want you to speak to Krista because Krista is representing your angry side. And you can go ahead and thank Krista for protecting you Thank her for teaching you how to have boundaries. Thanking her for feeling the feelings that she feels. Because what we want to do is we want to convince Krista to be on your side, to say that, to tell her that being angry is not going to be the best thing for us, that being angry is actually making us live a life that is not at peace, that's not comfortable.
I see you. I acknowledge you. No, let us work together so we can be calmer, because if that doesn't happen, then it will go into other parts of life, and that is what we neither of us want. So I see you, I acknowledge you. Thank you for showing me lessons, and thank you for showing me what my boundaries are. But let us move on to a place of peace.
Krista, how does that make you feel hearing that from her?
I mean, in regards to Ophelia?
Yeah, well, in regards to just how you're feeling right now, hearing Ronique say, let's just work together, let's kind of be together on this.
I mean, I feel like it's relaxing because and like she said about if you don't, it'll come into other places of your life, which is, in the end, that's what it does do. It ruins everything, and it takes away from your own happiness and your relationship if you don't make peace with it.
And so, Krista, are you willing to make peace with it?
That's the goal. Yeah. I feel like it's a wanting for it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, great. And Ronique, how does that make you feel?
Makes me feel as if there is a lot of work to do, but I'm willing to go through the process to make it work. It's almost as if I want to set the bricks down.
Okay.
I want to set the bricks down. So I know what I
Awesome.
have to do to set the bricks down.
And Ophelia, how does that make you feel hearing all of this from your husband? Like he's willing to make the work, he's willing to make peace, he's willing to put his father in the right place now. How does that make you feel?
Makes me feel happy.
Okay, good.
More calm.
Good. So let's see how this manifests out from your side of it. You can keep us posted to see how this all evolves on your side between your relationship between you and your husband, because I believe, and we're all holding space for amazing shifts to happen there between you. We're all imagining peace, blocks being set down, building a stronger foundation and a stronger relationship between you guys. So, and even Ronique's voice has changed already, and she's able to communicate a lot better.
Yes.
Yeah, a little bit of connection issues. Thank you very much. All right, awesome, guys. So you can just wash your hands or shake your hands out, and you can just reconnect. Well, you guys are all reconnecting anyways.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to dive in now to Krista. Are you ready, Krista? We're going to dive in for you with your health and manifesting, because your idea is that you want to try to start eating. You want to start eating meat and welcoming meat into your diet?
I think so.
Or is this all food that's happening with this?
I mean, it happens with a lot of food. It's just issues with a lot of food. I mean, even when I think it's the healthiest it can be, it's, you know, there's some
Yeah.
sort of issue with something. And some days it's the same thing that I ate the day before, and it's still happening.
So some days you could eat like something and nothing will happen, and the next day you could eat the same thing and something will happen.
Yeah, it's been
Oh.
like
Okay.
body wants to fill that day.
Yeah, so it's more along the lines of your body rather than the food.
Yeah.
All
Mostly.
right. And how's your neck doing?
It's not too bad today. I mean, it's always kind of there, but I think or it feels like it. If it's not this, it's this, you know, and it like moves around the severity of areas of where it wants to be.
So it's some type of energy that's there that just is not welcome there anymore.
I think so. There's always like a feeling of pushing it down, or like I just can't let it out.
Okay. So there's just something in your body that's not welcomed, and we want to figure out what it is. Because I don't think it's the food that's causing it. I think it's just something that's there that just acts up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. You've never been pregnant or had an abortion or had a miscarriage or anything like that?
No.
Yeah. Because when you're talking to me, my stomach kind of went like fluttery. Like you had this flutters of it. Like I felt like there was something in my stomach, like moving in my stomach. So that's why I was asking that question. And how was your birth? Like, have you ever asked your mom about your birth? Like everything went well, everything was fine. How was she when she was pregnant with you?
It was difficult. Apparently I was sunny side up or something. I was turned the other way, and the doctor had to move me, and it was really painful. She tore. I was premature, not crazy premature, but I think she said about 3 weeks almost. And then, but yeah, she said it because of the way I was turned, it was really, really painful, and they didn't cut her in time, and she tore.
Okay. It was a little bit of something happening even when you were born. Okay, so let's go ahead and have someone represent this energy that's happening inside of your body. So even if the camera is off, I'm sure they're still there and hanging out. And even if the camera is on, you can pick anyone you'd like that's going to represent this heavy energy that's happening in your body.
I'm going to go with Nadia.
Hello. Can you hear me?
All right, Nadia. Nadia. Yep.
Cool. The only thing I would say that I feel like I don't want to talk. Like I was like, just my mouth was shut. I was like, I don't want to say anything. I don't want to speak.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to, nothing to be said. Like just almost like don't pick me, although I don't mind, but it's like the kind of feeling of, no, I don't want to say anything because I have nothing to say. I'm not going to say it, and I'm not talking.
Okay. Okay. You just don't
And
want to
Ronique
communicate.
was eating. I saw Ronique eating too. I was like, wait, she eating? We're talking about food.
And she was starting to eat at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you were looking at the food.
Yeah. I was like,
And you're
she's
interested
eating.
in you're interested in the food?
Well, I noticed it, yeah.
Notice the food.
But I didn't want to.
Okay.
I didn't want to talk. I still don't want to talk. Actually,
You don't. And why don't you want to talk?
I don't know. It's like my mouth was like sealed shut. Like I had my tongue and my palate too. Like my lips were closed. Like I was just like it's sealed. I'm not talking.
Okay.
Like I know everybody's asleep
Just
and it's quiet, but it's not like I'm not talking loud enough to wake anybody up. So it's not. I don't think it's my environment. It's just like in me. I was like, I'm
yeah,
not speaking.
yeah. You're channeling her. You're channeling from her body. Doesn't want to communicate with us.
Mm-mm.
It doesn't want to speak to us. Okay. So there is a silent part of your body that Nadia is representing, like something that just doesn't want to express itself, that doesn't want to say anything. So that's one part. So there's a silence now. That's another part of it. So she says that she wants to stay shut. She doesn't want to talk. She wants to be silent. So the silence is another part of it. And we need to call somebody who's going to represent the silence. Right, so someone that's going to represent silence. Funny because no one has a
Nobody's
face.
there.
Yeah, no one has a face to represent the silence. We're going to call them anyways. I mean, they'll pop on if they need to represent it or not, and we'll see what happens. So, Krista, I need you to pick someone who is going to represent the silence.
I guess Nancy.
Okay. So, Nancy, if you're there, what are you doing? What is Nancy doing? Oh, she's there.
I'm here.
Hi, Nancy. What are you doing?
I'm actually emptying out the bottom drawer of the bathroom.
Okay, yeah, I was going to say, are you on the toilet?
No. No, I'm not on the toilet.
So you're
But we're
okay.
moving, and I've been so like, I feel relaxed today, but then all of a sudden I got an urge that I have to clean the bottom of my bathroom out, like the drawer out. So I'm putting
Okay.
everything together, and I don't know, I just felt like, okay, there's something I have to do, and I have to do it, and that's what I'm doing.
That's really funny that you have to do this cleanse, because Krista, you're very big on cleanses,
I've tried a
right?
lot.
Yeah, you've tried a lot of cleanses. And so Nancy's there and she's cleaning the bottom drawer in her bathroom and the cleansing. And how is that looking?
I'm throwing a lot of trash out. There's a lot of stuff that I don't need, and I feel like we've been collecting all kinds of stuff here. So I'm tossing a lot of things out and just taking what I need.
And do you need a lot of stuff, or?
No, there's a lot of stuff that's going in the trash. I don't want to carry trash. So I'm dumping it all out.
Okay. So the silent part of you is saying that it's dumping out stuff. How does this make sense to you, Krista?
I'm probably holding a lot in, and I've been for years.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I know there's things that need to move. I don't know how to get them to move. I know if the fact that she said the
Well,
bottom.
Nancy says she's moving, and she's moving. Like she's in the process of moving right now. Like she's moving this weekend. Like she's out of where she is into something better, right? So she's moving. Not even better, just something different, right? Everything's perfect. So she's moving into something better. And she's cleaning stuff out and removing the trash. And this is a silent part of you that needs to be opened up and cleaned out, some of the trash. So what's the trash that needs to be cleaned out in your life? How does it make sense to you, Krista?
I think it's guilt. I still feel like I'm holding on to a lot of guilt things. Or
Yeah.
I know they're kind of different, but they're the two. They just sit.
Which guilt and what else you said?
Shame.
And shame. So guilt and shame. Yeah, those are two different feelings, two different energies. So let's dive into the trash. And one of the words that came up was guilt. So we are going to hold on, I want to jump back to Nadia. Nadia, like hearing all of that, can you speak a little bit better now? Like what do you feel? Okay, you cleared your
Uh,
voice.
yeah, sorry, I can
Yeah,
speak. I feel like the word that came to mind was like it's simple, like it's something simple, but but then you say guilt and shame, which is not simple at all. But when Nancy was talking, I was like, you see, it's simple. You just keep the basics,
yeah,
which is like keep the essentials, and the rest, you don't need it. So it's the word that came to mind
throw
was
it
simple.
away. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it can be that simple. Like basically you're saying that it can just be like throw away some of the trash and then keep the stuff
Mm.
that's good. Like why are we
Or even
keeping
yeah, because sometimes well, I don't know. I'm just gonna talk because for example, I eat food. I like enjoy food, and like recently, like it's really warm here, and I'm like I just don't feel like eating because it's just like it's too much, too hot, it's too heavy, it's too. But I'm hungry because I need to nourish myself. But I just feel the food is just I'm not interested in it, which is not what I'm usually like. And then today at lunchtime, we went for lunch to this Thailand place and had tomato mozzarella salad, which is the simplest thing you can eat, like tomato, cheese, olive oil, olives, and that's it. And I
yeah,
was full. I was happy. I was, it was simple. So I don't know.
yeah.
That came to mind.
Well, that's exactly when you're very hot and the season is very hot, you're supposed to fill yourself like in Ayurveda. We fill ourselves with things that are very light. Like even
Mm,
today for dinner, I had like a Caesar salad, like something very very light. I couldn't even finish the Caesar salad, you know. And it's like my husband's like, "You're not gonna eat like more food," and I'm like, "I don't need more food," you know. Like it's just something
mm,
light fills you up very easily. So in Ayurveda, it's kind of if you're hot and you're in this hot energy and this hot environment, we must fill ourselves with something very light to kind of keep our doshas in balance. If our doshas
mm,
are off balance, then things can start to happen in our bodies that are not so great.
mm,
Okay, so let us dive into. So I'm glad that Nadia is talking more now. So that's great. So remember, she's representing your body. All right. And there was a silent part of her body, and the silent part of her body came and oops, she's hugging and she's happy, and then she's happy and she's moving. So that's good. So we wanted to bring up the shame part of the body, or the guilt. I think that was the first one that you had mentioned is the guilt. Let's bring up guilt, and we're going to ask someone to play the role of guilt. And I think that Nancy's hugging her daughter, so I don't know if her daughter wants to play guilt. Does Zoe want to play guilt?
What are we doing? Come here. Say hi, Bianca. Oh, she can hear you?
Hi, Zoe.
Oh, hi, Bianca.
How are you?
Good, and you?
I'm good. I'm good. So we're playing this game I call it Ancestral Constellation, and we're diving into Krista's energy right now. So, Krista, we're going all the way back to when you were a kid, okay? And we want you to play the role of guilt. So when I say the word guilt, I just want you to share with me, how does that make you feel? Like, is there any time in your life that you might feel guilty about something, like something that you feel like was your fault, but really it wasn't your fault, or anything that made you feel guilty that you might be holding on to? But remember, you're playing Krista, so it's not really about you, but it kind of is about you, but you're really just playing Krista's energy. So whatever comes up with the word guilt, just share with us.
Sure. I know, but I'm trying to. I don't know. Like, to. Like, could I say decisions? Yeah. 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 I'd say decisions. Like, there's probably some certain decisions.
Okay, some decisions that you've had to make in your life that made you feel guilty.
Yeah.
Like, and do you want to go into one of those decisions? Like, can you tell us a decision that you had to make that made you feel really guilty? Like, why did you feel so guilty about those decisions?
Um.
I think why I felt guilty about like those certain decisions was because oh my god,
Did you not want to hurt someone? Did you not want to like?
Yeah, I didn't want to hurt somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please tell them, like how.
Like how? Like. Um. I don't know. I guess I just didn't want to like hurt anybody. So when I make decisions, it always have to be like I'd have to think about how, like when I would make decisions, I guess I would always think of how it would affect other people and just go off of that, not really of how it would make me feel.
Yeah. So you kind of care a lot about other people and their feelings towards it.
Yeah.
And how has that worked out for you?
It's sometimes hard because, you mostly have to, when you make decisions, it's what you think is right for you and for, the people that are like mostly around you. So sometimes I guess it's hard to like always think about other people when the most important thing is to think about how it would make you feel.
Yeah, you got to kind of put yourself first, right?
Yeah.
And if we could dive into like one specific time that you felt really guilty, like who makes you feel the most guilty?
Probably my dad.
Okay. Your dad makes you feel really guilty. Why does he? Because you don't want to upset him, you don't want to disappoint him.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how has the relationship evolved or changed? Like, does
I
he
guess,
make you still feel that way, or have you guys kind of evolved on that relationship? Like, how is the guilt feeling now?
well, I still carry some of it, but I guess now it's a little bit better where I think about myself more than I do of like when I make a decision now, it's more of how it would make me feel. I
Yeah.
still do carry a little bit of that, side from my dad, but to me, it's gotten a little bit better.
Okay. So, Krista, when we go all the way down to guilt and childhood and dad, how does that make sense to you, Krista? Thank you very much, Zoe.
Me and my dad have come a long way from where we were.
Yeah.
In fact, when I got older, him and my mom kind of swapped roles. Like, my mom was always there being the nurturing and canoodly. And when we got older, it seemed like my mom let a lot of things, she took them personal. So my dad ended up being the one that we went to when we were older for the difficult things. And he like got softer as he got older. So
Okay.
he was the one that I actually talked to a lot.
Okay. Okay. So it evolved very nicely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we don't need to hold on to that guilt when it's associated, because if we look at guilt starting from like your dad, how has guilt evolved? It has evolved into a pretty good way. Like you and your dad have a great relationship now. So holding on to guilt doesn't really cause anything. I mean, the evolution of it is eating away at you instead of allowing it to evolve so organically that it can actually make something really good happen out of it.
Yeah.
Right. So I think so that's one of the roots that we wanted to dive into, is you and your dad and releasing that guilt. And also I think Zoe also needed to hear how you and your dad have a great relationship now, and yeah. All right, let's dive into a little bit more of the shame side of it, because we got the guilt going. I mean, the guilt's there and we're working on it and we're evolving the guilt. And let's go into the shame side. So we have Ronique or Ophelia that you are able to pick to represent the shame side of it. And while you think about it, Nadia, how do you feel speaking a little bit more?
I feel relaxed. It's like I'm seeing everything just play out. Like I'm just in here, like
Okay.
chilling, waiting for it to like play out.
Okay. All right. Now, well, guilt seemed to just go away. Well, that's great. Happy about that. If we could just make it that simple, we would be great. All right. So let's go. Ophelia or Ronique, which one would you like to pick shame?
I guess Ophelia.
Okay, Ophelia, you're going to represent
I didn't hear you.
shame.
The connection was bad.
No, that's what we needed. Don't worry. She didn't hear us. So, Ophelia, you're representing shame.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
The reception is like really bad. I can't hear what you're saying. It cuts everything you say.
Krista, see, we're having a very hard time communicating with the shame shame side of you. Ophelia, are you able to hear now?
I could hear you a little bit.
Okay, so we want you to represent Krista's shame.
You want me to what?
Represent shame.
The reception. I can't hear the last word. You want me to represent
shame? Look, I'm typing it for
shame?
you. Yeah.
Let's see.
Like I'm going to type it for her. I'm going to tell her in every way I can. Shame.
How do I get back stage? Okay. So right now I feel calm. I don't feel ashamed. I feel calm.
You are saying that you wanted to get back somewhere. Like what happened? Like what happened to your screen? How come you wanted to get back? Where were you?
Well, when she was talking, when you guys were talking about like she wanted to start eating, right away I got up and I went to go make rice. But when I got up, I was like in so much pain I couldn't even walk. And I started like making rice, but I felt like I wanted to throw up. Like my stomach felt really nauseated.
Okay.
While I was making the rice.
And why were you feeling like that?
I don't know. Like, I don't know. I thought it was weird. I was like, why am I feeling like I want to throw up? Like, I was just making the rice and I felt like I wanted to throw up. Maybe because I'm seeing food.
Are you taking any medicines?
Sure. What was that?
Are you taking any medicine?
No.
No medicines for the pain, no medicines for anything?
But I just felt nauseated in my stomach and it went away already.
Yeah. Yeah, it will just come for you to talk about it sometimes. So Krista, she's playing shame, and shame is feeling nauseated and wanting to vomit. How does that make sense to you, Krista? Even when it comes to food, like she's making food, she's making rice, like rice does not make anyone feel nauseated and want to vomit. And all of a sudden, shame is telling you that as she's preparing the food, she's feeling nauseated and she wants to vomit. Like shame is making you really feel sick. I think more than guilt.
Yeah, that's probably. I would say that that's probably the worst one that has been sitting forever and cooking
Yeah.
along.
Yeah. And so if we were to give shame a percentage, because shame is not a full part of you, you see how her camera keeps moving? That's very important. Um, uh, as I'm reading into it, if you were to give shame a percentage over you, because as a part of you, like, right, like let's pretend it's like a pie chart, and then you have
Can't hear
Krista
you
as the
again.
whole pie chart. Oh, hold on, reconnecting. Okay, if you Krista was a pie chart and shame was a percentage in the pie chart, what would be the percentage of shame in the pie chart?
Are you asking me?
No, Krista.
Oh, I thought you were sorry. I thought you were asking
Oh,
Ophelia.
sorry, Krista. I was just asking. I was asking you percentage of shame in a pie chart of Krista.
I'm gonna
Because
say
shame is
like
not a whole part of you.
30 to 40. At
Okay.
least I'm gonna go around there.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. Okay. So that's a pretty big chunk of parts of you. It's a very big chunk of you.
Is the
Okay. So
hard
what we're
part for you when you eat, is it your neck? Because I feel something in my neck.
There's a correlation between I have major issues with my neck and my stomach, and they aggravate each other. And I think it's because of the nerve. I mean, it's connected, so like my nervous system just can't. It doesn't have a chance to calm down between the two of them.
yeah.
Yeah, because when I felt nauseated, I also felt something on my neck.
Yeah. So, Krista, let's talk to shame. So, what do you want to say to Ophelia? You want to ask her a question? You want to ask her why she's there? Like, why? Look, she's in bright red. And she's like, look at me, guys. She's like the brightest one there. She's holding space. She keeps moving the camera sideways and front ways and sideways and front ways. She's
I
like
can't keep it still.
yeah, see this position or this position, like you're gonna see me in any direction. I don't care.
How do I get you to go away?
Ophelia, how do you get her? How do you get you to go away?
You just have to be calm and eat little by little. Even if you can't eat, just eat little portions at a time, and eventually I'll be gone.
Okay, and let me just see. And so Ophelia, if you were going to give advice to like your daughter or if to your child about shame and they feel shameful, what advice would you give them? Oh, you're
Can't
turning big
hear.
now.
The reception cuts. If I was to what?
Give advice to your daughter, to your child about shame. If somebody you know is feeling shameful about something, what advice would you give them?
I would say don't feel ashamed of anything. You're beautiful. You're a bright person, and nothing in this world is gonna make you a bad person. Always trust yourself and keep forward. It doesn't matter what people say, it doesn't matter what's going around. Don't worry about none of that. All you have to worry is about yourself. Don't think about what anybody thinks about you.
Yeah, because
Nobody's perfect.
shame really comes from outside programming, right? If we had no outside programming, right? Telling us what's right and what's wrong. If we had no outside programming telling us how to live our life, if we had no outside programming, then we would not feel any
The reception,
shame,
I
right?
guess.
We'd just be living our life.
Yes.
Yeah.
Believe in yourself.
Right? So, Krista, what we need to do now is to remove outside programming that you may have. So I think for your manifestations, in order to release something, release your outside programmings that you might have. Maybe sit and write down all the programs that come into your mind, all the things that make you feel shameful, everything that makes you feel guilty or shameful or anything like that, because that's all an outside program. Your dog agrees.
Yeah.
You said amen.
Uh-huh.
Right? Because that's all just an outside program that's there, that's just running in your system. It doesn't need to be there. You're just holding on to outside programming. And I think that's what the energy is all about. It's an outside program that's kind of making you feel this way. And let's speak to Nadia in regards to your body now, because that's who she was representing. What do you think, Nadia?
This has been in my mind since Ophelia was talking, and I'm going to sound like a really big bitch right now, but to me, the first word came, it's like, it's really simple. Like, all I could hear in my head is like, see, it's simple.
Yeah.
But I know it's not. So that's not me that said it.
But it is simple. It really is simple. It is really just that simple. It's the fact is that we have to believe it 100%.
Mm-hmm.
We have to believe it 100%. So it's so many, like it's like we have to believe that we are healed. You have to. It's hard because the pain is going to remind you that you're not healed, and you're like, no, but I am healed, and the pain is going to be like, but you're not healed, right? And you have to have this belief that's so much more powerful than the physical body, the belief that's so much more powerful than the pain, the belief that's so much more powerful than anything. So, Krista, it's also that we need to dive into like a belief system. Your belief system might be compromised because you've tried so hard to believe in something, but then again, it slaps you in the face. So Nadia is like, your body is basically saying, you just got to believe it's so simple. Like it's so simple. Like, look how simple it is. So we want to look into your belief system. And I think Ronique might play your belief system because she's the only one that we haven't done, and she's there. And I know Patty's on as well. So Ronique, can you play her belief system? Like, what's going on with your beliefs? Because you were having some problem with your belief system as well, and thinking and knowing what you want in your life. And what was the universe doing? How was it responding to your belief system?
When I doubted, it came to fruition.
Yeah.
When I doubted, it came to fruition. The other side of the spectrum is the complete opposite. So when I was in a place where I could relax and let things be and be in the present, what I wanted actually came up. So
what you really were trying to manifest.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, we're always manifesting, whether we are doing it consciously or subconsciously, we're always manifesting, and we're manifesting through our thoughts, we're manifesting through our feelings, we're manifesting through our vibration, right? So if we're manifesting through pain, right? If we're feeling pain, if we're manifesting on pain, that's what we're attracting. We're attracting more pain, right? And it's very, it's a bit of a challenge to manifest something different. And so Renique was saying, when she let go of everything, when she kind of relaxed and was like, you know what, fuck it, I accept this, I accept what's happening in my life, I'm just going to go with it, then the universe kind of showed you a different picture.
Mm-hmm. Yep. because along my journey, my personal journey of manifestation, what I have found is that when I consciously say that I am going to manifest this more than once, or I have my mind and my heart set on it, there is always that pang of what if the other shoe drops?
Hmm. But the other shoe tends to drop, though.
Yes. So once I got to a place where I could just enjoy the process, just
Knowing you're
enjoy.
going to, knowing the end product is going to look like this.
Yes. When I'm enjoying the process and I say, okay, this is what it's going to look like, it comes.
Yeah.
As opposed to trying to control the situation. When we try to control the situation, it brings us further from what we actually want. So it's almost like it's almost like doing your best to swim upstream, as opposed to just letting yourself float and letting yourself flow towards what you want.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, what you're saying is that, Krista, give up control.
Yes.
Let it go.
Yes.
Know what the outcome is going to look like. Because, Krista, what I've seen when I'm working on your energy, because I've been working on your energy, and I've been in your energy space, is that I keep getting 9. So like 9 months from now, 9 months from now, 9 months from now. Like we're working on it to get 9 months from now. Okay. So 9 months from now that everything is going to be working out, right? So I've seen that in the future, everything is going to be fine. In the future, everything is going to be fine. And so what happens is if we believe that in the future, everything's going to be fine, we're just releasing control of it.
And I think everything's going to be fine, Bianca, because even your daughter came and gave you a kiss.
That's true.
Sorry.
Can you hear me?
And it's funny, both my daughters just came in and they both gave me kisses and stuff like that. So it's like you have so much support
Yeah,
that's
so much
coming
love.
in, like so much support coming. Like she was just kissing my hand, she was kissing my face, like so much love that's coming in, and support that's coming in from you, even though maybe sometimes we don't see that we have support. Like I'm like, oh, she's annoying me, like get away, like stop, I'm on the live. And she's like, no, I'm just here to support you. I'm just saying, oh, those are people. Okay. So sometimes it can be frustrating, but it's really support that's coming through. And when we see the future and we see that you are healed and we're holding on to this healed version of you, right? We're holding on to this healed version of you. You don't have to worry so much anymore. You have to just realize that everything that's happening is getting you to the point of being healed. So nothing is going to be against Krista. Everything is going to be for Krista. And I don't like to use the word pain because when we study therapy, when we use the word pain, we don't like to use the word pain. It just gives more power to something. So when you feel discomfort or when you feel uncomfortable, right? Because pain is such a strong word and it takes a lot of energy, this word. When you feel discomfort or uncomfortable in your journey, you just have to remember it's supporting you. Hi, little Chloe.
Krista, I'm in pain like 365 days a year, every single day of the year.
No, don't say that, Ophelia. No.
Okay.
Don't
when
say
I
that.
wake up,
You were
I
in.
say, I am healed by the Spirit of God. I am healed by the Spirit of God. I have no pain.
Don't say the word pain
nothing
though. Just
hurts.
say discomfort. Just say
And that's how
discomfort or uneasy.
and I start my day and I feel better. Like
Yeah.
I am healed. I am healed. My knees don't hurt. Thank you, Lord Jesus, for my knees, for my cartilage, for everything. And that's been, Bianca's been teaching me that.
My
And it's a
dogs.
motivation to keep moving.
Yeah.
Because if you keep saying I'm in pain, I can't eat, I can't do this, you're not going to do it.
Yeah.
You have to say, I can eat. I feel
Yeah.
good.
Mm-hmm.
I love myself. I got to keep moving. Positive things to yourself, and it'll work.
Thank you. Thank you guys for your help.
So let's see how this because again, remember our bodies are taking on everything. The bodies are taking on the emotions of other people. The bodies are feeling everything that we're feeling. And we're as a collective, we're sending you healing energy. We're working on your healing. So I'd love to see how this starts to manifest out into your healing. Just by you waking up and feeling good. I mean, that's all that matters. You waking up and feeling good and holding on to this moment of feeling good, like anchoring to this moment. So, like, that's why we take vacations, right? We take vacations because we want to feel a moment of stillness, a moment of peace, a moment of joy in our busy life, so that we can kind of close our eyes and just remember that moment and go back to that moment. That's what we want to anchor ourselves with. So just a moment of feeling healthy, a moment of feeling at peace, a moment of our body feeling good, so that we can revisit this moment. So Nadia, how do you feel?
I feel good. I'm just like I said, I'm kind of like a spectator in the whole thing, and I'm
Mhm.
like, once you've all sorted yourselves out, I'm fine. I'm here. I'm fine anyways.
And you're not basically saying fuck you to anybody.
No, I'm chilling.
Not
I feel
not
awful saying
hating on
this.
anybody.
I'm sorry. No, no, I'm just chilling.
Okay, good. Okay, no, well, that's good. That's what we want our body to do, is feel good and chill, and like being able to speak its mind, being able to be happy, being able to be healthy. That's what we want the body to be doing.
I'm just waiting for it to
Awesome.
pass me.
Very good. Very good. All right. Well, thank you all for joining tonight. That was really amazing. Well, tonight for me, today for you guys. Thank you all for holding space for everyone. Again, today is such a very special day, which is well, I think it's finished for Nadia. The day is done for you. It's not
No.
8/8 anymore. Yeah, for me, it's not 8/8 anymore either. But for you guys, you still got the 8/8 going. Use this energy to really manifest your dreams. Sit down, take a moment to write it, to feel it, to really get into that headspace, and to use this energy to anchor you forward in your relationships, in your health, in your wealth, in your career, in your life. So thank you all for joining tonight or today. Have a
Yeah.
great time.
Take care.
Love and light for everyone. Shout out to Steph. Thank you so much for joining and sharing everything. Good night and goodbye and bless.
Take care.
Bye.
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 Bye. Bye, Chloe.
Look, say hi to her.
Hi. Hi, cutie pie. You're so cute. You look like a little dolly.
I know. Isn't she adorable? Look at her.
Oh, she's so cute.
I know. Thank you so much for everything, and thank you for
Uh,
including Zoe.
oh, you're welcome. Thank you, Zoe. Thank you for shining your light. Oh, bye.
Bye. Have a good night.
Bye. You too.
Bye.
Bye.